Think we are live on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? Hope you guys are doing well. Get into this here in a second. One momento, uno momento. There we go. I think we're set up the way we need to. Awesome. So, guys, welcome. I'm excited about tonight. I just shared a video a couple days ago about where I was 7, 8 years ago in this place of darkness, being miserable, not knowing what I was doing with my life, right? I did the corporate America thing. I went to school, got my education, did everything that everyone was telling me to do, went into corporate America, and just found myself in this place where I wasn't happy. I was miserable. My relationships were falling apart. And so I just wanted to go into that a little more because as I was sharing that video a few days ago, I shared briefly this piece of paper that I put some dreams on. And in that time, I had no clue what I was going to do with those dreams. I didn't know how it was going to happen. All I know was in this dark spot, those are the things I really wanted deep down within. And so you understand, I'm 39 right now, and I was 30 years old. It was 2011, and I was this person who was a Division I athlete. I played sports all my life. I was someone that's always working out, but somehow I was gaining a lot of weight. I was eating all the fast food. I was eating all this junk. And when you put on as much weight as I did, I got as heavy as 238 pounds, right? Currently, I'm at 205. You just start feeling bad. Like the studies are out there. You know how you feel when you start putting on weight, the stress, the miserable, the confidence, all that stuff, right? At the same time, I was on a job working 50 plus hours a week. I wasn't home when I wanted to. I was spending too much time in traffic going back and forth, and I hated that. Um, I was in a position where I was helping people find jobs. I was in staffing and recruiting. I was working with some of the largest companies in the Dallas Metroplex. And by all means, from the outside, it looked like I had a good job, right? I was paying well. But the truth of the matter is, um, I just knew there was no upside to this company. I was working the job because I had to pay the bills, and you're told to go work and be loyal and put the hours in and put the time in. And when 2008 crashed, I saw a lot of people who did that for 20 to 30 years and had nothing to show for it. In fact, they were coming to me asking me, um, Josh, help me find a job. Like I've been working for this company for 20 years. They can't afford me anymore. They let me go. And I started realizing these moments within me, like why would I continue working 10, 15, 20 years for this company, hoping to get the promotion, hoping to move around, hoping things to work out when if something happened, I would be let go. And I could find myself in this position um, where my family depended on me and then it was cut out underneath me. So I was overweight. I was in this position trying to figure out my career path, trying to figure out this job thing. And at the same time, because I was feeling bad, I was miserable, I was just getting to a dark place as a person. My relationships were suffering. I was in a place where I wasn't treating my wife properly. Um, I wasn't being a man of my word. And a big part of that, like a big part of my life, is this spiritual growth. I grew up in the church. I had some major growth in college when a guy started discipling me, and when I got to corporate America, I started chasing things of this world, right? The paycheck, the happy hours, because I had to wine and dine the clients, right? I thought I had to be a certain way, and I lost myself in this. And it was just like all piling up on my shoulders, and I couldn't, I can't, it's hard for me to explain. Like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't be who I was. I just felt fake all the time. Um, and everything inside me was collapsing, right? And so that was from the outside, people seeing all that. That's how I felt on the outside. But internally, what was really going on was like I was letting my wife down. I remember making her a promise right as we got married, say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna bust my tail. I'm gonna work so hard that in 2 years I'm gonna double your income. Like that was a promise I made to her, and here I am, 8, 9, 10 years down the line, And like she had a great career and she was doing well, but she was waking up so early in the morning and sacrificing so much for us. And it was just like this internal battle of self-confidence was going on. Um, like I didn't have what it took. Like I wasn't enough, right? Felt like no matter what I did in life, was it worked harder in a job, worked harder in my relationship, tried to sacrifice more, that it just everything started crumbling and falling apart around me. Like nothing was going to work, and it was just like this internal battle going on. And here I was, this guy who had all this success, right, in sports. From the time I was small all the way through college, I played in front of 90,000 plus people. I should have all this confidence in the world. And the truth of the matter is, when I got into corporate America, my relationship started falling apart. And I wasn't succeeding like I thought I could succeed. Like I lacked confidence. I had no confidence in myself. And I just felt like, what's next? Like, what else is there? And it's funny. So I give you that background for just to kind of understand where I'm at, because people see me today and they're just like, you have it all together, you're doing well, this and that. But it's been a journey. And but what I wanted to share tonight, because I'll get into the journey later on as we go through this, because there's some really cool things coming down the line that I'm really excited about sharing with you guys, and it's just not quite ready yet. But a big part of this journey, as I was sharing in the video a couple days ago, about I was always looking and seeking, right, answers, whatever it was. Sometimes it was in the wrong area, sometimes in the great area, but I never stopped trying to move forward, even though I didn't know what that meant. And I came across a book or maybe an audio podcast. I don't even know what I came across. All I remember is talking about dreams and visions. And I always thought like writing down a dream board. I've always been big on goals. So I'll start there. Always been big on goals, writing goals down, where I want to achieve, what I want to do, what I need to do to get there. Never really been big on vision, like making it visual. And I read this book and it said, just write down your goals and what you would love your life to look like in 10 years. So here I am, 30 years old, in this dark spot, and I'll probably get into that later more, the depths, the darkness, and what that does to you. And I'm a big believer now that your heart, your action, your mind all have to be playing together off each other. And we'll talk about how you use some strategies, how you can do that if that's important to you guys. But as I did that, and I was sharing this the other day, I pulled out, it just clicked in my head, this picture right here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Boom, boom. We got two cameras going. That's why I'm going back and forth. But this is a dream board that I put together at age 30. So I was in this place where when I left college, I wasn't doing anything that I thought I'd be doing. I wasn't the man that I needed to be. And in fact, I was far from it. And so whatever it was triggered me to write or put out my goals out there and then find pictures to match them up. And I would hang it on my bulletin board right next to my desk. It'd be right there. So I would see it every single morning. And maybe it triggered something. Now, these are goals. I'm going to go over each one with you and tell you kind of where I was at. And I really had no clue how I was going to achieve any of this, right, at 30 years old. So the first one in there, which really was a passion in my heart, was I wanted to impact the world for Christ. And I didn't know what that looked like. I actually wrote in the middle of this that I will create discipline. I will live life to the fullest. I will not cut corners. I will not be the best man that I can be. I will be the best man I can be today. I will not stop. I will be great for Christ. And, you know, it's funny, as I read that, I think about how undisciplined I was 10 years ago. I wasn't living life to the fullest. I was trying to cut corners. I was trying to do things my way. I wasn't being the best man that I could. Like, I thought I was the best already type deal, so I wasn't trying to get better, which is just a pride thing. And I wasn't going to stop, and I would be great for Christ. And I didn't know what that meant. I just knew that's what I wanted to accomplish. And when I look back, when I was 90 years old, people would say that about me. So I wanted to impact the world for Christ. At the time, like I said, I was overweight. I felt miserable. I got to 238 pounds at my heaviest. And I put a goal on here, stay below 215. So I wanted to get to 215 pounds and stay below. And I laugh at that goal now because I'm at 205. And I remember thinking that there's no way I can lose weight. I'm an athlete. I'm too muscular. Um, I'm the type of person that doesn't lose weight. I just put on muscle. Like it was all these lies I was putting in my head that I started to believe. And so when I said put down 215 because that was like my goal. I thought that's the lowest I could ever get. And I have a picture of a guy all ripped up. Like I want to be all ripped up like that guy. I put no debt. At the time, we had a lot of debt. We took on a lot of debt. We traveled a lot when we first got married. Amazing experiences, but it did put us into debt. I want to retire early with 2 million in the bank. Um, I didn't write down what early meant. In my head, it was like my next 10-year plan. So when I'm 40, could I possibly walk away from something and still have income coming in? I put shoot under 80 on here for golf because I was playing golf all the time. I actually don't play golf anymore. I would love to. It's just not as important to me. I can spend my time 3 to 4 hours doing something more productive. Just right now, I will get back to playing golf. And I put be a father. And I didn't have any kids at the time. And like I said, it was just me and my wife. And every day I would wake up and I look at this. Every day I look up and read it. Look up and read it. And then the one that got me choked up on the video last time was this simply was I put on there a picture of my wife and said I want to give Bess the option to stay home. And like I said, up to recently, she has always been waking up early in the morning to go to work, working long hours. She's a nurse, working in all different types of departments. She is very good at her job, so she's very detailed. She doesn't cut corners, and she's never complained once. And here I am able to sleep in a little bit longer, not as tired. And she was providing all the bills. And especially when I decided that I was called to run my own business, the sacrifices and commitment she's made to allow us to do this wasn't easy. Like she's had to cut back. But so here I am 10 years later now, right? Almost 10 years later. And I'm looking at these and it's unbelievable how much these have come true. Like our team is literally in 5 to 6 countries around the world impacting people for better health. But a big part of what we do on our team is share our faith. And a big part of my mission to my team is to share my faith and how that impacts my daily choices and actions. No debt. We paid off a bunch of debt this year, and we're on pace to be completely out of debt by the end of this year, minus our house payments and car payments, right? Which is huge for us. We have 3 children now, 3 amazing kids. We have a 8-year-old son, a 5-year-old son, and a 3-year-old daughter. And the one that's on here that's kind of fading out in the corner is Home with a View. And you know what? We love our home. We love our neighborhood. I don't ever see us leaving until our kids get out of the house because our block is just awesome. It's full of kids. But we were talking about like what kind of house do we want to get next for vacations? Do we want it by the beach? Do we want it in the mountains? Like these are dreams that are like becoming reality that we can start talking about now. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know where you guys are at. I don't know what you guys need. We have some big things coming down the line because people keep on asking me, hey, what are some of the things you did and do now that help you do the things you're doing, right? And so this is where it started. A simple little sheet of paper with some dreams on it and some goals on it that I would look at every single morning. Now my goal list has doubled this, right? My vision, my dreams have expanded a little bit. And what we'll talk about and probably in the next video is affirmations. It's another thing that I heard for so many years, do affirmations, speak truth into yourself and beliefs into yourself because we tell ourselves lies all the time. Like that's all that stuff that's out there. Those are for the weird people that do the affirmations. And so I actually started applying them last year, and guess what? Productivity and me as a person, as a husband, started to grow because of that. I'm not saying those things are what changed me because God had a huge part in all this. But they gave me the ability to open up areas in my life that weren't open up before. And so, man, I just wanted to share that tonight. I've been challenged to share some things with you guys and put some things together, and it's going to be incredible. So I hope you guys pay attention to these pages. If you have comments, leave comments, ask questions. I like to engage with you guys. Share this if I said something that was impactful. Otherwise, guys, you guys have a great day, and let's continue to get after it. Peace, Facebook.